So this is probably Danny's biggest hint yet about him going. Hello and welcome to this video. You could like, share and subscribe to the channel, much appreciate it. Liking out the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. So everything right now is all about the is Danny staying, is Danny going, is Danny staying. Now he is under contract till 2027, so whoever comes in for him will have to pay money to get him out of his contract. We all know at the moment that the clubs are Southampton, Leicester, Fulham and Crystal Palace. The Fulham link's interesting because they have just recently had that their manager Marco Silva is getting looked at by high bids from Saudi Arabia. So we'll see what happens. But it's interesting. He done an interview with a Leipzig blog, right? And it feels very weird that you're doing an interview with RB Live and it comes out as they're searching for a new manager as well. So Danny had this to say: "I've always said that I'm very grateful to Sheffield, not a big fan of that, Sheffield for the opportunity I've been given here, there. And I'm someone who's always want to develop the club further. To do that, you have to weigh up how far that's still possible or whether the maximum have perhaps already been reached under current conditions." Which I take as under current ownership, not conditions. App by the Light Bit No blog. If we were interested in moving back to the top German top tier, he said, "I always want to work at the best with the best players and compete with the best coaches. The Bundesliga is of course a top choice. After all, I grew up with the Bundesliga, but the Premier League is also a dream and currently very excited to see what happens this summer." Now that said to me that you know that he's looking at a lot of things there and trying to weigh up. There's probably a lot of things being weighed up by him. But again, anyone who wants him has got to put an offer in. And so far, no offer has gone in to the club for him, as we know. So nothing's gone in as we know it right now. And the thing, we'll be seeing to see what happens there, because we know that there's a lot of things happening with RB Leipzig at the minute. They currently got Zolt Lowen, who took over from Marco Rose at the end of March. So they're trying to see if he's going to be a permanent fixture there as well. So, after about the ability of a new manager making a jump from Championship to a competing club in the Champions League, Rose spoke with typical confidence that he normally does. If both sides are convinced that you're the right coach, then there's nothing wrong with taking the step to Champions League club. I may have only been a head coach for just under 2 years. I've been involved in football for a total of 16. As an assistant coach in Leipzig, Munich, and at the German Football Association, I've had the privilege of coaching great players, winning Champions League, coaching a World Cup, and experience a Premier League relegation battle with Southampton. That's a package that gives me a lot of confidence. I'm ready for any challenge, as long as both sides are convinced of each other. I keep my fingers crossed for my friends though. They're qualified for the Champions League. That would be fantastic. I know full well that the final 2 games won't be easy. We met back when Ralph Rangnick brought him to Salzburg. In the end, in the second year, then we worked very, very well together at Leipzig until the end of Raffle, who's a 10-year shit in 2018. We're good friends. Our families know each other. So, of course, I have a special relationship with him. He said, could we all imagine working with him again? Why not? In football, anything is possible, especially when you have a lot of respect for each other as a coach and as a person. So this is the first kind of interview where I can say Danny's been more open than vague, or been a little bit less cryptic. It's been more felt like a come and get me kind of thing. I won't lie, it did feel like a come and get me. I'm ready to do that, and how that is one of the things that I could see. I could see it as like a come get me, but we'll see what happens. At the end of the day, and the thing is, some people will turn around and say, "Oh, how dare he make this interview?" And there's a lot of fans who have already turned on Danny for this. And don't. Manager come and go. He did a fantastic job of keeping us. He got up to 12th this year. And if another club comes and gets him, then another club is going to come get him. We don't have any leverage apart from his contract to say stay as of right now. And that's something I think we need to be very much aware of. We don't have the leverage right now. And that's very, very difficult to be in that position. Now, I have seen all the rumour, by the way, that there's a press conference today or tomorrow. Alan Big kind of said that he can see it possible in a kind of Alan Big way. But if that does happen, it will get covered on the channel. We will talk about it and do all that good stuff. But a lot of everything at the minute is speculation. And if there's a press conference, that can only surely mean it's someone coming in to take over as manager, and it's someone, or it's someone coming to potentially take the club over. Now, here's the thing. If you are doing that, that warrants a press conference. You wouldn't do a press conference to just say Danny's leaving. It will be a statement. So, it'll be very interesting to see what we do, because we could be either really stupidly busy over the next 2 days or so, or not at all. So I'll be intrigued to see what happens. Tonight, by the way, there's a live stream potentially happening for the championship semi-final. I'm doing one tomorrow, doing one today. So let me know in the comment section if that's something you would like to watch. We'll be watching the games as neutrals, but because it's been the championship, I thought it'd be good to watch the semi-finals and see who gets to the final and go from there, and then possibly do one on the final as well. But a lot of everything at the minute is seeing what happens next. We're about in the dark as we could be. There's been no retain list yet, which is also interesting, because that makes you wonder if that retain list is being drawn up with whoever may be in charge next then right now. So that's the other bit you look at as well. And we're just going to have to wait and see. A lot of this summer is going to have to be an annoying wait and see tease from the get-go of trying to see what we do and who we go for in players, who potentially goes in as manager. Like, there's a lot of talk that for a longer time, Pedersen had been the guy who's going to go in and replace Danny. And it's only as I've had the time to sit down and look at things, maybe there's a part of that was he was always meant to be the person to potentially step in if Danny went. Because we got a head coach out of a job to go be an assistant coach, or an assistant head coach. Very rare that happened when they're already in a head coach job. So, and he wanted the member of the staff who's come over to England, and he brought his family over. Danny didn't. Danny didn't have that kind of bring his family over. So it'll be interesting. But Danny's interview, very interesting, very eye-opening. I'll see what it puts us in next. But Danny's interview was the first, kind of felt like this could be it.